You know the experience. One day, a partner is warm, proactive, and reaching out to you. The next, they act like you don't exist. You are left standing entirely still while the rest of the world rushes by. The immediate human reaction to this sudden emotional vacuum is intense confusion. You scroll through old messages, looking for a misstep. You ask them what's wrong. You beg for answers, searching for the moment things changed, only to be met with silence. This reaction is driven by a very specific, deeply ingrained instinct. We assume that relationships operate on a scale of effort. If warmth has disappeared, our instinct tells us that applying double the affection, double the attention, and double the effort will naturally bring that warmth back. Treating their sudden distance as a mystery to be solved ensures you will take the wrong actions. As long as you believe you can fix their coldness through sheer willpower, you lock yourself into a cycle of anxiety and continuous rejection. This animation illustrates the core behavioral conflict at play. Watch the notes. As the chaser accelerates toward the distancer repels backward at a proportionally faster rate. The harder you pull them toward you, the faster they retreat. Psychologically, this destructive loop damages both sides. The constant pressure suffocates the person who asked for space, causing them to build thicker walls. At the exact same time, the chaser slowly strips away their own perceived value and self-respect with every unanswered text. To break this loop, you have to execute a mental pivot. You must stop asking why they became cold and start treating the coldness itself as the answer. It is a deliberate message, delivered clearly. Chasing is entirely self-destructive. Their withdrawal is already communicating everything you are so desperate for them to say. Accepting that ends the loop. This chart tracks what is actually happening in the background. The vertical line on the right is physical withdrawal, the moment you notice the coldness. But look at the weeks leading up to it. The emotional connection has been steadily dropping long before any outward signs appeared. In this first phase of detachment, the underlying emotional bond weakens. Spontaneous excitement fades. The distancer starts processing their exit internally, severing the attachment slowly while maintaining a facade of normalcy. Then comes the second phase. Proactive effort disappears. They stop making plans. They take hours to reply. Passive actions fully replace direct words as their primary method of communication, driving the line straight into that physical withdrawal threshold. What feels to you like an overnight shock is an illusion. You are simply experiencing the final, highly visible stage of a long, deliberate exit strategy that began weeks ago. People often assume that sudden coldness means the other person harbors some secret, deep resentment. But hate requires emotional energy. Most of the time, the distancer doesn't hate you. They simply stopped caring. Apathy is psychologically devastating to confront because it offers zero leverage. There is no argument to resolve, no anger to soothe, and no passion to push back against. You are left simply punching at empty air. This brings us to a harsh mandate. Silence is an answer. You have to accept their lack of warmth as the final closure. No grand conversations or apologies are coming. When you accept that their cold behavior is a finalized message of apathy, the search for hidden meaning ends. The urge to chase dies, because you finally have the answer you were looking for. Now we remove the focus from them and place it entirely on you. Moving forward requires you to separate your self-worth from another person's attention. Look at this framework. We call this cognitive reframing. On one side, you have the idealized version of the person you're missing. On the other, you write down the objective, unvarnished facts of how they actually treated you at the end. Writing this out destroys the fiction you've been clinging to. Next, conduct a mental energy audit. Track exactly how many hours a day you spend thinking about their withdrawal. Take that exact block of cognitive energy and redirect it toward your own physical and financial goals. To enforce this, establish a strict morning routine. The first hour of your day must be completely untouched by checking your phone, looking at social media, or waiting for a message that isn't there. Follow that up with 2 non-negotiable rules. Engage in one solo physical activity every day to process the physical stress, and pursue a new skill that has absolutely zero connection to your past relationship. These habits facilitate a systematic reinvestment of your emotional capital. You are taking the resources you were wasting on someone who walked away and putting them back into your own life. To ensure you never fall into this trap again, you need a rigid boundary framework. Step 1. Clearly define your non-negotiables. Decide exactly what level of baseline respect and communication you require and what behavior you will no longer tolerate. Step 2. Communicate through distance. If someone offers you coldness, your new boundary is to match their energy. You step back. You do not demand warmth from a cold room. Step 3. Enforce silently. When your boundary is crossed, you walk away immediately. No grand speeches, no final ultimatums. Your absence is your enforcement. The right people will never make you question where you stand with them. When someone becomes cold, never lose yourself trying to warm them up. If this video helped you understand people a little better, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more psychology insights. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to create more videos like this. See you in the next one.